While I sat in jail for almost a year of my life, I would watch men and women come in a jail and say they wanted to change their life, but when they got out of jail, they were placed right back to the same circumstances that got them there in the first place. And it's hard to get clean when you're in a mud puddle.
He was lost until he found hope, then did a 180 and found a way to give hope to so many more.
Bought a trailer in Milan and just started housing guys who are getting out of jail.
But for Rusty, he wasn't about to stop there. But how far could a young man with a dark past go? He takes us to the heart of his story.
Grew up in a small town called Aledo, Illinois, and great family, but like a lot of kids and youth just trying to find their way, made a lot of bad decisions and ended up as just a homeless junkie, addicted to a lot of different drugs, and found myself in a jail. And there was a gentleman named Merle that would come visit me every Sunday. And the most important thing that Merle did for me was him showing up there every Sunday, showing me that someone believed in Rusty Boruff. And that's what I needed at that moment, because I felt like no one believed in me. I felt like I had lost all the relationships with my family and my friends, and I just had no future. While I sat in jail for almost a year of my life, I would watch men and women come in a jail and say they wanted to change their life, but when they got out of jail, they were placed right back to the same circumstances that got them there in the first place. And it's hard to get clean when you're in a mud puddle.
Rusty set a goal to create a safe place for people like him to change their lives. He turned to his friends, scraping together everything they had, about $500.
Bought a trailer in Milan and just started housing guys who are getting out of jail. Our hearts were right, and we just had this drive to really create something that worked. And fast forward 10 years later, and here we are.
But he soon realized that offering short-term services are not enough for some. Now he's going back to that original small idea that is quickly growing into something big.
Tiny homes are cool, but we have a much bigger story and a much bigger purpose behind it. We want to use it for the graduates of our program. And so our residents come in, our men and women, they spend 14 months here going through our residential program. And we often find out we have a 91% success rate of our graduates, but when we look at the 9% that aren't successful, a lot of times it was because they would move out too quick or didn't have accountability long term. And so we want to create ways for our graduates to have accountability long term.
You know, I've lived my whole life in total chaos.
Kenny knows what that 9% is dealing with.
A couple years ago I had a bad accident and overdosed, and had it not been for 180 stepping in for me, I would be right back to probably that. just to be chosen.
TVAmedia.com. If you like this story, please subscribe, share with a friend, help us grow. This is The Heart of the Story with Gary Metivier.